As to the long term, all of us know that there is an historic transformation of the global economy underway with global revolution in technology, with the rise of the emerging market countries, China, India, and the like, the competitiveness of their workforces and the rapid increases of productivity in those countries, the broad increase in the range of tradable goods and services, and a great deal else. I believe in that context, the United States has enormous comparative advantages and enormous strengths. We are a dynamic society. We have an entrepreneurial spirit. We have flexible labor and capital markets. We have the rule of law. We have vast natural resources, now greatly increased by the vast new reserves of oil and gas because of shale technologies, and much else. Therefore, in my opinion, we should succeed. And I continue to believe that when all is said and done, when you weigh all the pluses and minuses, that in terms of investment, the United States is likely to continue to be, in many respects, the best place in the world to have at least some significant part of one's assets. Having said that, the question of how our economy turns out is going to be more a political question than an economic question. I'll get to that this way. If we're going to realize our potential, we have got to meet what I think of as three very large baskets, if you will, of policy challenges. And I'll get back to those in just one second. The objectives, as we think about meeting our policy challenges, should be competitiveness, growth, redressing our stagnant median real wages and our income inequality, and economic security. And let me say, again, before getting to the challenges themselves, that our income distributions are a very serious economic issue as well as a social and moral one. A very well-known economic commentator, well, one of the best-known economic figures in our country, once said that, and I think he's right about this, that in order to have public support for market-based economics and trade, which are so central to growth, the predominance of the public has to believe they will benefit from those policies, and that gets you right back to the question of income distribution. In addition, the income distribution problems that we have today, stagnation of median real wages and growing inequality, people tend to conflate the two, but they're really two separate issues. Well, they're related, but nevertheless also separate, are a real threat to our social cohesion, and I think they're a threat to the traditional and historical belief of Americans in the future of our country, and I think they also pose a threat to our political system. So, in my judgment, we all have an enormous stake in effectively addressing our income distribution problems, no matter what our financial position may be. Having said that, it is a very, very complex question in the context of technology increasingly making, in both services and manufacturing, reducing labor intensity, and in the context of the competition from emerging market countries, and there are ever more productive workforces, and finally, the increasing range of tradable goods and services.